I was sent to all of you. كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور. This book was sent down so you would bring the nas, all of the people, mankind, from the darkness to the light. So it's very important, although we're here to celebrate Huffaz of the Quran and this great accomplishment, and there's a community and a family effort that goes into even one person becoming Hafiz of the Quran, that does not excuse the rest of us from having any relationship with the Quran. No. We all have to have that relationship with the Quran. And, you have to look at where you are, and if you make that intention with Allah, if you make that determination with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah will facilitate the path for you. Allah, He knows as-sir wa akhfa. He knows what's hidden, the sir, the secret, and what's even more hidden than that. He knows what's in the heart. If you truly have the desire to learn the words of Allah, to connect with Allah through His revelation, through His words, then Allah will make it easy for you to do that. Now, how am I going to do that? I haven't reviewed Quran for a long time. I haven't memorized Quran for a long time. You can begin by going back and reviewing whatever you know of the Quran. Whether it's 5 surahs, 10 surahs, 1 juz'ah, 2 juz'ah. I used to learn in madrasa when I was a young kid, but I haven't read much since then. Go back and review whatever you have memorized. Every Muslim has some Quran memorized. Go back and review that. Start from there. Just like a person who hasn't, gone to the gym for a long time, they have to start somewhere. But once you begin again, you're going to feel good about yourself. And you'll be motivated to continue. So make that intention with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'll tell you the story of when I was in Egypt, there was a British revert. He was a revert to Islam. And he tells me his story, and that was just a few years before that. He said, after I became Muslim, I used to hold the Mus'haf in my hand. I couldn't read it. I didn't know any Arabic. I didn't speak Arabic. I didn't read Arabic. But I used to hold the Mus'haf and I would say to Allah, Ya Allah, I know these are your words. I can't read them. I don't understand them, but I have certainty that these are your words. If you allow me to learn these words, I promise you, Ya Allah, that I will follow them. This was a promise he was making to Allah. A person that just accepted Islam. By the time I met him a few years after that, he was Hafiz Quran, a student of knowledge, going back to do da'wah in different languages even. Imagine that. That's because of something in the heart. It's not always the amount of information, but as they used to say about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, وَلَكِنْ بِشَيْءٍ وَقَرَ فِي قَلْبِهِ. What was the difference between Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and everybody else, they would ask? They would say, it wasn't with the a'mal. It wasn't because he stood in qiyam longer. It wasn't because he fasted more days than everybody. But there was something in his heart that was different than everybody else. And that's the truthfulness with Allah that we have to find in our hearts. And if we do that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us success. Connect with the people of the Quran. Go back and learn the stories of the people of the Quran before us. You hear about these recitations of the Quran. Hafs an Asim, the recitation that we all learn. Who were these people? Who was Hafs? Who is this guy? What do you know about him? Who was Asim? That was his stepfather. Hafs, a man from Iraq, he took the narration of the Quran from his stepfather. And because of some kind of ikhlas that he has, Allah made it the most prominent riwayah of the Quran that 90% of the ummah recites using that recitation. Who knows what kind of truthfulness that man had in his heart with Allah? Or Imam Shu'bah, who was this man? That when he was on his deathbed and his daughter came in crying because he was about to die, he would say, my daughter, why are you crying? I've made khatam of the Quran in this very spot that I'm sitting over 1,000 times. You should be happy for me that I'm going back to Allah now. Don't cry over me. These were the people of the Quran. Their names don't live on until Yawm al-Qiyamah for no reason, but for something, for a secret, for ikhlas, for something that they had with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to find that, as they say, the secret sauce. We need to find that with Allah. Find that sidq with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you do that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you successful regardless of where you are right now or the amount of knowledge that you have. Don't think that the Quran is only for some people and not others. Rather, every one of us has a responsibility to connect with the Quran. And having said that, inshallah, as you come inshallah, and we're gathering and we're celebrating the best of accomplishments. I just want to put a reminder out there that the best sadaqah jariyah that you can have is to support a program like this one. You heard about, mashallah, a student who became a teacher, who became an imam, who started learning with these same mashayikh in the same institute, and now he's going back and teaching the people and leading his community, and inshallah the rest of the students here will be doing the same. This is the best sadaqah jariyah that you can have to help a school like this, to support a school like this, whether it be with your effort, whether it be with your wealth. This is the best sadaqah jariyah that you can set up between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The school is, of course, always in need of improvements, in need of improving the facility, in need of funding.